Shannon with the USS Constitution Museum. I'm the education coordinator, and today I'd like to show you how to make a sailor's Valentine.
A sailor's Valentine is an art form made from arranging small seashells in a symmetrical pattern. They were a popular souvenir purchased by sailors for their sweethearts left on shore and usually featured a symbol of love or a romantic message close to its center. While the name suggests that the sailors crafted these designs themselves, most were created and purchased on the island of Barbados. The Valentine makers started by making a special octagon-shaped box. Some were even a hinged box. They lined the inside with a colored paper, most often pink, added in cotton batting, and then began hours of work gluing hundreds of colorful seashells and beautiful detailed designs. For our Sailor's Valentine project, I have two boxes to show you that I found online or at a craft store. And these are wood boxes that I'm going to put the shell pattern inside. The two fun examples. These are hexagon shaped, 6 sides. The Sailor's Valentine historically would have been in an 8-sided octagon type frame. And the shell pattern will be putting inside both of these. Okay, we've painted our boxes. We're ready to move on to putting our shells in. You can see that they're dry, ready to go, and I'm playing around with some ideas here before we glue them in. As you can see, nothing's glued in yet, and this gives you a chance to sort of work on where you'd like each shell. Because the shells are not uniform in size, you may have to move things around. Okay, I've laid out my pattern, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting my glue in. You want to get some clear glue like this, and we're going to go ahead and flood in the box, and I'm going to make sure I get in the corners. You kind of want to get this pretty flooded with glue. Don't overdo it, but we definitely want it to be a little higher than just gluing paper, so it really holds the shells in. Here. All right, that looks ready to go. And I've laid out my pattern right here to get started with. Sometimes a stick is handy, or some tweezers to pick things up as you need and push them in. They get your fingers a little gluey, but that's okay, as this will wash off pretty well. And I'm going to start with my corners. Okay, I've glued this one in, and I'm going to keep this really flat to take at least 24 hours to really dry. If you move it at all, the shells will slide, so definitely leave that be for a day, maybe even 2. Get that glue to really dry. And I'm going to start planning out my box and figure out what I want to glue in there. Here are some finished Sailor's Valentines. This one is all ready to give to someone. It's glued, as you can see. I did put a gloss varnish on with something like this, a nice thin coat. And be careful of any drips while you apply it. And it looks great. It's all finished. I did put a little bit on the shells as well there. This box here, I did also apply the gloss varnish, and it's all finished and ready to go. It's glued and it looks great. I'm really excited to give that to to my Valentine. This is the one that we worked on together, and it's still drying. So that one is almost ready to go. And this box here, I did more of a natural wash on here with some paint with some water added to it and wiped it clear. And I'm still playing around with this design, and I'm looking forward to gluing that in. It's a heart-shaped shell that I painted a little bit of red. So that will be fun to finish. Have fun with your sales Valentines. Send us a picture of yours when you're all done and have fun.